Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages from the heart, from my heart to your heart, from our hearts to each other's hearts as they bounce off and reflect and hold and beam back love. Yes, we'll take it. Let's clean and clear the frequencies and energies with 432 hertz of miracle tones of nature, something like that. Sorry, Mims is at the door here, deciding whether or not she's going to come in. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, so I wanted to do something a little different today. Didn't I? Oh, here. Here, I stuck it out here. So these beautiful cards I haven't been using. So I thought we would have these cards, not all of them, have one of these cards as an accompaniment, attoutrement. What is that? Attoutrement. I don't know. Is it a word? Something. It is a word or something. En français. Okay. Beautiful. So these ones, a 47, faithfulness. Look at that gorgeous card. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, there's many lovely things happening in here. And then this one is blessing. And it is freaking gorgeous too. Okay, if you want to know this artist, Josephine Wall. Yes, gorgeous. All of her stuff is just channeled and gorgeous. So faithfulness and blessing. Okay, and then we'll go to the Arcturians. Who are going to give us this one. Where is it? Release. Release takes away prejudice about yourself and thought patterns that no longer serve. And in doing so, you signal your DNA to rewrite itself and to produce better results. Release old patterns. So this could be a pattern around faithfulness and blessings. We'll see what the runes want to add to this. faithfulness and blessings. Really? Okay. Okay, they're the exact two cards that came out in yesterday's reading. Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. The days all kind of reset into today. So we've had these two cards come out together recently. How about that? Okay, so Hagalas. This is the tower moment, the radical change, radical shifts, lightning that jolts you awake, activates you, lights your fire. Okay, and then Kinaz also, this lighting of fire, this connection with the goddesses, right? This wisdom keeper, holder, the owl, right? We've got the books, we've got the flame, the passion stick. So messages coming in from the divine, maybe blessings coming in from the divine, hitting like a thunderbolt, lightning bolt. And it's blue lightning, which is, rare. Rarer than just regular lightning. The kind of lightning that only happens once in a blue. Once in a blue. Okay. We'll give some shuffy shuffs here. Yeah, I just really wanted to use those cards again because they're so beautiful. Okay, releasing the old patterns. Okay, so we've got the spiritual garden tending. Yes, this is definitely something that is happening, right? We are connecting with our intuition, with our higher selves. We're being open to messages from guides, from spirit, from wherever you believe messages suddenly arrive, pop in, right? And the ability to receive them, anything that you are given. It is a perspective shift. And this is all the tending of your spiritual garden, your spiritual connection, your clearing of the pathway, right? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of being independent and home and home. Someone who is nurturing but in the physical, right? So this could represent a home body, someone who likes to beautify their home and hearth. I want to say it's a hearth. I think that's the right word, the hearth. And focusing on her own thing. Look at this connection to the intuition here, the moon, so big in behind her, right? And then look at this abundance that is growing around her. We've got beautiful crops that are already in bloom, right? Ready to be harvested. And this queen is focusing on her own things. And I think what she is focusing on is her vision board for the kind of world that she wants to emerge into or take over or create. Right? This is my drawing board where you use the balance stick, your balance of your being and your doingness. That is how anything and everything is created, is through this balance of being and doing and knowing when to be and when to do, right? Okay. Okay, yes. Queen of Pentacles. In her opulence. She always makes me think of opulence. So she's learning about self-care. And by she, I mean the being version of self, right? It's not gender. I'm not talking about a female person. I'm talking about the female or the feminine energy. And so this is about someone in their independence, in their being, in their self-care. Yes. Cooking, nesting, right? Safe space, sanctuary. And with faithfulness, I want to say, you know, as within, so without, right? And so faithfulness has to start with self. And then you learn how to be faithful to another. You also know what you're bringing to the table. And so you are creating a standard um, for anything wanting to come in. This faithfulness card has a lot of couple vibes in it. But it also has this person, right? Thinking like this. And they're looking at this idea of someone riding in on their horse and being like, hey, I love you. Let's hang out or whatever. But look at, they're in the middle of this tree, and all in the tree are these ideas of romantic, reciprocating, beautiful love type romances and couplings. So with the release, I don't know, maybe this is about, it's also like giving me this family tree. And maybe it was a release of a distortion of what it means to be in a relationship with somebody. Right? Like if what was modeled in your life were people who stayed together even though they were miserable, people who argued all the time and talked crap about each other behind each other's back, or just stayed in situations out of obligations or because things were too hard to not be together. So you just, I don't know, there's lots of reasons why people come together and stay together that have nothing to do with love and faithfulness, right? It's like a feigned faithfulness, like as an attempt to control or manipulate, right? Like I've stayed with you, so I shouldn't have to deal with this crap or whatever. I don't know. And so this releasing the that way of, oh wow, guess who's coming in to redefine the King of Pentacles? Okay, we get the King of Queen of Pentacles, and it's 1441 when I said that. So this is a balanced counterpart mirror. This is a relationship that is going to redefine everything you've been modeled as a relationship. And that's gorgeous. Okay. And this is the blessing. This is the blessing that's coming in. And I'm really drawn in by the two here. So that's beautiful. What's this? Oh, it's the Chariot. It's lining up. It's coming in quickly. And so release any old lingering tethers, wounds, and things like that, right? Like expectations or defenses, like so as to not project an assumption onto someone based on past experiences. I feel like this is something that is a blessing, meant to balance out or rebalance the scales, meaning if every relationship ended up being someone that you were with who belittled, talked you down, took for granted, kept you hidden, kept you small, tried to dominate, control, compete, all of those things, this is, and then the defenses and the assumptions and the things that we have maybe created as defense mechanisms. This is releasing all that, releasing it all, and be new, I want to say. Engage with it fresh, with faithfulness, right? A recognition that it is a blessing. And trust all of the signs and synchronicities because they are leading. They're leading. This is the spirit realm really wanting wanting to give this blessing. Okay, and then it's gonna come in like a tower. We got the 2 towers here. Hagelas with the blue lightning, right? And that sudden sting from the scorpion, that like, whoa, I'm awake. Wow, something bit me. What's around, right? It's that awareness. It's that activation. It's that, what just happened? It's like, you're on your daily route and you're just like, okay, park my car, get out, lock it, walk to the grocery store, right? And then somebody's like, hey, in your face. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was just on autopilot and now suddenly I'm awake. What? Right? That kind of tower type moment. Okay. Towers are not to be feared unless you fear change in general, because tower does represent radical change, right? What is that song? Wrecking Ball? You came in like a wrecking ball. And I don't know the rest of the words, but this sense of somebody attached to a wrecking ball that just shatters everything that was, so that, and that's that release, right? Releasing that old structure. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's time to build anew. Okay, and if this isn't talking about another person, this is about the balance and stability within yourself in the material realm, your masculine and feminine, right? We talked about that. And the balance between the being and the doing. and it leading to your releasing of old ways, of old projections and assumptions and ways of projecting and even attracting, shifting drastically and bringing in something, a blessing of some kind in your material world. Okay, you're being asked to prepare your nervous system to get yourself balanced in all of your stages, in your physical, mental, emotional, and physical, right? Get your nervous system regulated. Yes. If we're not, it's just like our bodies preparing itself to hold more light energy, right? You have to release the dense energy, the old things, the old patterns, belief systems, ways of thinking, seeing, being, and doing. We have to let those things go because they're attached to dense energy. And we need to do that in order to receive and be able to hold light energy. And so the body has to also dump its reserves of density. And there's something about that with your nervous system being able to receive and hold this blessing so that you aren't tempted to deny or let it go. Okay. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. We'll rely on each other. From one lover to another. That song has been in my head all morning. I actually woke up a couple times in my dream and I kept that, the lyrics just kept, that chorus just kept playing on loop in my brain. And then in the shower this morning when I was thinking about it and singing it, and of course I had to look the video up and look at the lyrics, and it's beautiful. It's Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, I think his name is. An old classic. If you're drawn to, go ahead and check out that, the lyrics in the song. But it, yeah, when I was thinking about it in the shower, it made me think of the Two of Cups, this Two of Cups, because they're like, you know, two islands in the stream, right? Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this for some is, this is exactly a beautiful divine union, mirrored counterparts. So release the past and let this be new and fresh and not diluted or perceived through old filters. Gorgeous. Aww. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Okay. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords. Okay, so this is action communication. This is communication coming in. This could be the tower moment, a communication that slaps you in the face with love, okay? Or something. Something beautiful this way comes. Gorgeous. Okay, let's get these guys. Let's get these guys, the telepathy oracles. See what they have to say about this faithfulness. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna actually be all these things in this card. This 47. 47s make 11, which there's an 11 in between these two of cups. Okay. I think it's going to be all this romantic, beautiful, mutual gorgeousness. Maybe she's spent all this time redefining in spite of the modeling and personal experiences. But it's a blessing and it's coming in. And also, that's right, I was drawn to the 2 on here, but right now I'm being shown these 2 ships heading in the same direction. Beautiful. Right? Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. And we'll rely on each other. Rekindle, acceleration, feelings, twin flame. Okay. So that's some kind of gorgeous confirmations. Because of course 11 is the twin flame numbers. And we've got the 47 and the 11, which is 1111. We also had that moment with the 1441 or whatever, which is the mirroring, which is a twin flame situation. Okay. Let's get this one. We'll get the alternative tarot, another alternative tarot. I like to have a backup card for this reading, or several. Okay, so the 10 of Cups. Happily ever after, celebration, emotional regularity, happiness in all of your cups. Love, joy, peace, harmony, gorgeousness. Okay, that's a beautiful confirmation. What else we got here? We've got the Hermit. So I feel like this is a coming out of hermiting mode, or a state of releasing and openness, rewiring while in the hermit to emerge from it open and willing. Okay. We've got, I think this is the Empress. I have to look that one up. No, this isn't the Empress. Which one is this one? just get the little bookie book. Okay, what is the thing? What does this book say about the Ten of Cups? It says, happy fantasy. Okay, happy fantasy. Okay, what is that one? What is that one? It's the Hierophant. Okay, Hierophant. A respected teacher, a guiding hand, spiritual enlightenment. Okay, so it's like reaching spiritual enlightenment in hermit mode. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. A strong, stern person who is always on their guard. They are ruthless in pursuit of their goals. Warm but stern and maybe a bit aloof. Okay. But, you know, we've also got the King of Swords, so we've got two divine counterparts on the table. Okay. And then we have the Medicine Wheel. A stroke of unexpected luck, change is on the way, evolution and cleansing. Okay, so this is very much validating this tower and this Hagalas, this radical change, but being like a stroke of luck, right? Beautiful. And then what is this? 4 of coins. Immobility, clinging to nostalgia. Okay. There you go. This is what needs to be released. This is what needs to be released. The past. Okay, let go of the past. You could be holding on to an ideal of a people, places, person, thing, not people, person, thing, you know, all of the things. And be fixed and then not recognize when something arrives because you're like, this is not what I pictured. And then you miss it, deny, or don't see it. So release the past, release all expectations on how everything is supposed to look, play out, unfold, appear, and allow it to be, because it's gonna be freaking gorgeous here. It's gonna be gorgeous. And even if, because we do have the rekindle, so even if it is someone from your past coming back in, you know, right person, wrong time, right? Circumstances out of everyone's control, also dictating that. Don't tether either of you to the past, because this is a renewal, rebirth. You both would have had to have gone through certain levels of rebirthing, right? Death and release. And so this is why it's important to rekindle anew, renewed, freshly, without, right? Get to know each other again for the first time as you are now, not holding either to who they were before, right? Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, let's do it. Let's fall in love. Because it's fun. Because it's fun to do. Okay. I think it is. I've heard stories Okay. We'll get some of these love messages. Not all of them, but respect was there. RSBCT. I know what it means to me. RSBCT. Sakadumi, 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 sakadumi. Okay. Respect just a little bit. Okay. Patience. Beautiful. All we need is just a little patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm, right? Releasing also means expectations of when and how and where and who and what, right? Trust in the universe, lining up the timelines, trust in your ability to recognize and choose your pathway, because it will lead you exactly where you are meant to go and to whom you are meant to go with. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's get these little messages. We've got you can do it. Yeah, you can release yourself from the burdens of the past and live in a place of gratitude and love, and self-care and nurturing and spiritual connection, and allowing that, those, them, thus to guide you along to where you're meant to be. You don't have to worry about the details. Let the universe surprise and delight you with all of the details. Just trust that it's coming. This is that faithfulness to the vision. But the vision is a feeling of love, balance, reciprocity, and mutual love. Okay? Yes. Beautiful. Okay, what we got here? Gratitude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Be grateful. Because if you get more of what you focus on, you're going to get more things to be grateful for, right? Hug a tree. Yes, it's very important to ground, to center, to connect. And trees are awesome. And trees are awesome. Trust your intuition to move, to guide, to love. And peaceful nervous system, right? We talked about that. So beautiful confirmations coming from there. Okay. What we got? We got this reading that kind of became its own entity of gorgeousness. Okay, so we've got the dragon. Okay, dragons have been coming in strong. Ooh, something cool. I my dragon pendant, the gold one that I love. I always kind of put it over here. I suddenly was inspired to put a crystal on it and wear it as a pendant. And because I found this little gold chain and it needs the right weighted thing because it's quite delicate. And And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. So I grabbed it, brought it downstairs, and then I was like, okay, what crystal am I going to use? And the crystal that was like, me, was this little Herkimer crystal that I have, which is 2 tourmalated quartz, Herkimer quartz diamonds. And anyways, it looks like a heart. And so boom, bada bing, I attached it, I wore it, and then I looked up the spiritual significance of Herkimer diamonds. And anyways, it's so relevant. So this is part of that trusting your intuition, right? You're just kind of, okay, this wants me to do this. Okay, this is what's happening now. And then figure out why after, right? Okay, so anyways, yes, the dragons are playing a role in this transformation. They are bringing in a lot of transformative energy and burning away. They're also very protective during this transformational process. So if you feel anything with the dragons, they are definitely a part of this situation, this unfolding, this leading from your spirit. Okay, we've got the self-care kitty here. And this is about being mindful, but also taking the rest when your body feels it, giving your body what it needs when it needs it, right? And recognizing. Okay, so this is perfect over here for this transformation that happened, this dedication to self during your hermiting so that you can transform into a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. We also have the other kitty here. This is the trusting in your intuition. This is the cats see, right? The eyes are really pronounced here. Cats see through dimensions and into realms, and they just perceive things more than we can. And so just because nobody else can see it doesn't mean you can't see it. So this is that trust your intuition, trust what you see and feel. These are those signs and synchronicities that are leading you, right? Okay, and then we've got the water buffalo. This is that beautiful masculine and feminine energy balanced. Sturdy land animal refusing to be domesticated. This is immovable, unstoppable. This is faithfulness, I want to say. And then we've got this butterfly here because it's two people, two souls coming together, and what they create together is yet to be determined. Okay, and then we've got the Cinderella slipper. So this is a kind of beautiful thing that was meant just for you, right? The Cinderella slipper is magical and can only fit the one who it belongs to, warping itself to deny any else, right? It is meant just for you. So that's gorgeous. And then we've got a dragonfly heading to the star here. And so, what does the dragonfly? They're ancient. They are adaptable. They can shift direction. They're like the Bugatti of the uh, insect world. I mean, I mention Bugatti a lot. I don't want one. Okay, let's just make that clear. It's just something so ridiculous. Like $10 million for a vehicle. Come on. Come on. It's just, it's ridiculous. But anyways, they can accelerate from 0 to 450 50 miles an hour in a minute or something stupid like that, right? But the dragonfly, it's way cooler. It's way cooler that a dragonfly can do that. I don't know if it's 450, but it's a lot. They're fast. And they're very good hunters. Look up the dragonfly meaning here for you if you feel so called to. Okay. So there's the gorgeous reading. There was lots of things here, but there's definitely some sort of gorgeousness, especially with that song Islands in the Stream, if you want to look it up. It's beautiful and it's relevant. So we've got faithfulness. Oh yeah, now you can see it a little bit better here. See all of the beautiful romantic and then this one. She's like ready for it. Look at all the lilies in her blue hair. I love it. Gorgeous. Okay, sorry, I'm obsessed with those. That artist. Okay, so there's the beautiful reading, and I hope there was some good stuff in there for you. And that you are excited, that you remain balanced and spiritually tended, and that you continue to create a world of love, and that you ride all towers with grace and trust your intuition to lead and guide you to where you were meant to be. Okay? You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're fantastic, you're worthy, and you can do it. Okay? You can do it. I love and appreciate you. And I hope to see you again in another reading. Bye for now.